Respect the peacock. The peacock is your best friend and your only friend. When you're riding your motorcycle, your peacock will tell you, it'll talk to you. When it's on full, it's happy, it's quiet. But when you start to get to reserve on the last, say 2 liters or 2.5 liters, all depends on your make and model of your bike, on your reserve fuel, gasoline, you want to call it that, your bike will tell you, click, 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 turn the dial to reserve, full, reserve, and off. So I do not listen to the peacock. I think that was the first time I just ignored the peacock. I did not listen to my friend. I almost lost my motorcycle that evening, and I almost got stabbed. I mean, I was working in a very, very rough part of town. I had to go through Detroit. Some of you will understand what I mean by going through Detroit. You do not want to break down in Detroit, if you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, I was riding on 2 days on reserve, and eventually my bike installed. And at that moment, I knew I was fucked. Finger up the arse. I probably had about 2 blocks to push my motorcycle. I was pushing my motorcycle in the fucking street as far as possible in the road towards cars coming from my rear end. And eventually the last 200 meters, 2 little hooligans, Jay-Z and Coolio, jumped out of the bush, long fucking knives. These kids barely then 12 years old. And I dropped my motorcycle. And cars were just going past me and around me, and no one would stop. I pleaded with motorists to help me. And eventually a car stopped and 2 guys jumped out of the car and pretended they had guns, and they put in their hands in their pockets and scared off the 2 young kids with knives. I mean, they were just about to run off with my motorcycle into the bush. Yeah, that was probably the most scariest time over there. I thought to myself, shit, I want to lose my motorcycle now. But I didn't just back off. I was looking for stones and fucking something to scare them off, but that didn't deter them. They just wanted my motorcycle. Yeah, so when your peacock speaks to you, your peacock will eventually speak to you. It'll tell you, hey, motherfucker, put gas in me. You turn into reserve, and you got like 2 liters of gasoline to get you to the nearest filling station to fill her up. Otherwise, there's a good chance when you're going through Detroit, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get fucking your bike stolen, and you're gonna get fucking stabbed. One of the 2 over there. So the first thing I check in the morning is my peacock position. Okay, very first thing I do. I mean, it's obvious you get on a motorcycle in the morning and your tires is flat. I mean, that's common sense. You can see it's fucking flat. But this, first thing I do when I start the motorcycle, I check the position of my peacock. If it's on reserve, I make sure I go to the filling station, the gasoline station, and fill her up. You do not want to be riding on reserve and be caught break down on a fucking Detroit neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So that's the best advice I can give to the motorcyclist. Sooner or later, you're going to have to pass through the fucking ghetto. And that, my friend, is another story on its own now. Oh well, hopefully, I'm not saying I'm wish upon you, anything like that, but sooner or later, you're going to have a breakdown in Detroit. And you're going to think about this shit little video that you just saw on YouTube, which you just ignored, from some older, wiser motherfucker like myself, from my previous experience on there on peacocks. So when you have a breakdown, you can think about my shitty little YouTube video there on your peacock. So love the peacock, respect the peacock. The peacock will talk to you like no other. Okay.